Hi class. So today is Monday, September 9th, and I am not able to be in school, but I wanted to have a video on Google Classroom that you guys could watch so that you clearly understood what the expectation is today. So if you think back to Friday, you guys all got a little book, okay, and you had to write the organelle adventure on this book. And then you should also have your name on it. For anybody that was absent, the substitute or Mr. Barrett will actually give you the things that you've missed. They're in the plastic drawer labeled biology, so there's extra resources in there to get you caught up, okay? So everybody should have this labeled, both third period and 10th period. And what you want to do is you want to open up the book if you haven't done this already, and I want you to number it. The first page should be number 1. The next page over on the back should be 2, and then 3. Turn that page over. There's page 4 and 5. And you also want to number to 6 and 7. Okay? So go ahead and number it 1 through 7, okay, if you haven't done that. Okay? Pretty sure both 3rd and 10th period, you guys were able to glue your nucleus to page 2 or 3, okay? So make sure that that's glued in on one of the pages. It actually doesn't matter. You could have it on this side or on this side. Today, you are going to get some other organelles. You're also going to get the mitochondria, and you want to glue that on either 4 or 5. So again, whatever you glue it on, it doesn't matter. Either side, you can glue it in the middle. And then on the other side, it's going to be writing, which I'll get to in a little bit. Page 6 and 7 are next. And that you are going to get a lysosome, okay? So you should have 3 organelles. You should have the nucleus, the mitochondria, and the lysosome. Those resources will be available in envelopes that look like this. So here's the nucleus one. Here's the mitochondria one. And here's the lysosome one. Okay? So after you've numbered all of those, you are going to start writing. So the first page of your book is going to be kind of like an introduction. I want you to think of this book as like the Magic School Bus with Miss Frizzle, and you're going on an adventure throughout a cell, and you are going to be pretty much like putting a creative twist on the explanation of the structure and function of organelles, okay? So kind of try to get your mind in that setting. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read to you guys my introduction for page 1. Okay, and that should give you kind of an idea of like what you should be writing. So first off, eukaryotic cells are one of 2 cell types. Eukaryotic cells are super complex compared to the other cell type, prokaryotic. Below, you see the vast difference between the 2. Okay, so here's my simple picture, okay, of the vast difference between the 2. And the rest of this organelle adventure will detail specific features of what prokaryotic cells lack. Enjoy the adventure, okay? So now you're about to embark on an adventure, right? So again, this first page, page 1, needs to be some general information about cells, prokaryote, eukaryote cells, and the fact that the rest of this book is like very detailed information about what eukaryote cells have and prokaryote cells do not. So this first one is the nucleus, and what you need to write on this side is definitely the information that we've gathered about the nucleus, both its structure and its function. So you should have in your description with a creative twist that this nucleus is it's membrane bound, it houses DNA, it also has pores in it, so lots of little pores, and it pretty much is the boss of the cell. So if there's a way to like write it in a way where the nucleus is bossy, or it has all the information, it's the wise one of the organelles, you know, that kind of thing. You want to write that here. Okay? Then you guys are going to write about the mitochondria. Okay? Again, where are you going to get this information? You guys have done so much work already with gathering information about all these organelles that you have it. So you have your research sheet, you have the chart that you have your posters, all of those things you should have out so that it can help you write these things. So remember, the mitochondria is also a membrane-bound organelle found in eukaryotic cells. It is the energy generator. So if you remember our little dance, that was this one, right? So it manufactures ATP from glucose, and that ATP is the energy of the cell. It's the power, right? It's the powerhouse of the cell. So in your writing, you know, you want to talk about that. You want to talk about the mitochondria being that energy source of the cell. Okay, so you can put like a name on it too. So you can name these organelles, like the mitochondria. You could be like mitochondria Manny, or nucleus Nancy. Like, you can add character names to it and put like emotion behind it or personality behind it. Okay. So I would think, if you think of personality, I would think like a nucleus, it being the boss. I would say it would be like have a bossy personality in your story. The mitochondria have lots of energy in the story. Okay, so they're the ones that can do anything. They can go around and do anything and help others. Okay, and then the last organelle that you're going to work on for today is the lysosome. Okay, the lysosome, maybe lysosome Larry. You can make up some name, and we know that the lysosome is the belly rub, right? So this is the organelle that has digestive enzymes within it, and these things go around and clean up the cell. So maybe there's a cleaning organelle, right? Put some like job behind it and use that as its personality. Okay, so that's what you want to do, the creative writing. Okay, this is what we're going to work on today. So when you're done, you are going to keep these little booklets, because we're going to keep adding on to it. Okay, if you get done fast, because there's going to be people that work faster than others, what I want you to do is get a textbook out of the back cubby hole. There's a cubby hole in the back of the room underneath the fire extinguisher and the telephone, and you want to get the book. And if you open up the book to page 185, there's page 185. It looks like this. Okay, it talks about basic cell types. Okay, I want you to read basic cell types. I want you to read 185 to 190. 185 to 190. I want you to read that. And then what I want you to do is I want you to define the bold-faced terms, okay? And I also want you to draw figure 7.7 on page 190, okay? You don't need to draw this entire thing. If you could just draw a section of it that has all of these things in it. So don't feel like you have to draw this entire thing. And then I want you to label it just like it's labeled in this image, okay? What that's going to go over, what you're going to read about is prokaryotes and eukaryotes again. So again, it's review in a different form. You're also going to be learning about the plasma membrane in great detail, okay? So you're going to have to know how to describe the plasma membrane and how it functions, and also how it only allows certain things in and certain things out, okay? So if you remember, the plasma membrane was this part of the dance, okay? So you want to read those pages. I want you to define the bold-faced terms, and then I want you to draw that one image. And that, again, that image is on page 190, okay? It's figure 7.7, okay? So those are the directions. So your number one goal, you guys, is to get through the 3 organelles of this book with the beginning little intro, okay? If you're done with that, you move on to 185 to 190, and then you're good to go, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Okay? All right. Have a great time. Be good. All right. Bye.